everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you already know. You know what I'm going to ask you to do. And why? Because we're building a tribe over here. We are building a community. And let me just key you in on some hot tea. This community right here, the Royal Read community, is the best community on these internet streets. And if you want to be a part of it, you know what you need to do. Go down here in these settings, look around, find that subscribe button and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell too, so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And I pop in quite often, let me tell you. Also, give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. Whew, it drags me, y'all, but I fight back. It still drags me. I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all of the people, all of the readers that support the channel through watching the commercials. I know it is not a treat to sit there through those commercials. I know that skip button really looks tempting, but you absolutely supporting the channel that way means everything. I mean, everything. And I just want to thank you for it. I really, really do. Also, right about here, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting my channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon appreciative to have your support. Also, if you just want to do a one-time donation, our super thanks button is right over there. And all donations to the channel is always, and I'm going to put an extra always in there because it's always appreciated. Also, I have some shout outs and I have an announcement. I do. First, I want to give a shout out to Black Pearl. Black Pearl, thank you. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you for being a part of this community. It means everything to me. You are such a great part of this community. You are part of what makes this community the best one on these internet streets. You are, and I just appreciate you so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super thanks. Also, I want to give a shout out to Deborah Copeland. Deborah Copeland is a ride or die, let me tell you. She is always coming through with the support. She is such a great supporter of this channel, and just not just started to be. She has been with me from way back. Even though I had been on these internet streets that long, Deborah has been back there with me, and I appreciate her so very much. And I understand and realize how lucky I am to have someone in my community like Deborah. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Deborah. Thank you for the super thanks, and just thank you for being here. Yes, for being here. It means so much. Also, I have an announcement. I do. We have a new channel member. And our new channel member is Bright Eyes PBJ. Let me get it right. Bright Eyes PBJ. Bright Eyes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for seeing something in my channel and saying that, you know what, she might have something there. I am going to support her. And let me tell you, that means so much to me. And I am so grateful and just over the moon to have you in the reading club. And now that you are an official part of the reading club, an official member of the reading club, you can go over to the community page, and over there will be your official welcome to the reading club. And Bright Eyes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for becoming a part of the reading club. I am so thrilled. I am. I'm so happy to have you. All right. With all that said, let's get to the read, y'all, because y'all know I got a lot. Because I've been in these internet streets, and y'all know when I put the read together, y'all know exactly what I am doing. I hit these internet streets, and that's what I did today. I have been in these streets most of the day, and let me tell you, it has been an enjoyable thing. It really has. I'm telling you, I have loved it in these internet streets today. And I'm telling you, just seeing everything that went on at the closing ceremonies of the Invictus game just make me happy. I was on all the social media platforms today. I was over to Blue Sky. I was over to TikTok. I was over to Instagram. Yes, I was over there stalking Megan's page because they said Meghan posted a story after Harry's speech. And evidently I missed it. I did. I missed it. Because we all know Instagram stories only last 24 hours, so I missed it. I must have been sleeping. But I guess I slept on that one. I guess I can say that. But yeah, so I did find an article about it, and we are going to talk about it. We are. And of course, I landed over on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's sewer over there. But y'all know I have to muck through it because some of the best squatties be hanging over there. So, yes, I made my way over there to the sewer. And let me tell you, the squatties are all talking about the closing ceremonies at Invictus. And also, just really still angry about how the British media has behaved towards Harry. I mean, the squatties are just really, really smoking hot about that and just absolutely kicking up dust. And you know, when the squatties start kicking up dust, we're going to start digging up things that they don't want to talk about over there. Pretty much like, this performative cancer just coincidentally happened 1 month and 2 months after the two primaries was outed as racist. They don't want us to talk about that. They're trying to really, really cover that up like a cat covers up its poop. But I'm telling you, they don't know us squatties that well. Just because you covered up don't mean we won't dig it up. I'm telling you, we will dig it up. And also the squatties are just kind of mad about how that family has behaved during the Invictus games. Not acknowledging the brave men and women of the UK and how they tried actively to sabotage the coverage of the Invictus game. So the squatties are still pissed about that. And I must say I am too, a little. So we're going to talk a little about all of that and more. So let's get to the read because y'all know it's always jam-packed. So I'm going to put this up and we're going to get started. Okay, I'm gonna put this up, and this is a squatty being reposted by someone who is not a squatty, and I just found it so interesting, so I wanted to share it. And the squatty's original post says this: Prince Harry in absolute bits as the Prime Minister of Canada thanks him for founding the Invictus Games, reminding Harry that without him there would be no Invictus. Where is the lie? The emotional moment as he told about the lives he's changed. A well deserved thanks. Where is the lie? And it was my favorite part of the closing ceremonies of Invictus was this moment right here where Justin Trudeau thanked him and Harry got emotional. They gave him a standing ovation. He was seated and the whole arena was standing. I was awestruck just seeing that. It was so beautiful and I just loved it. I did. And evidently, this person who is not a squatty saw this post and reposted it and said this: I'm no monarchist, no royalist. But finally, at last, after all the SHIT and misery, the Murdochs have thrown at this bloke and his wife because they had the temerity to take the grubby Murdoch press on. Finally, he gets just a moment in the sun. About time. I love that post, but another squatter came in to school this person because, like I said, they are not a squatty. And so this other squatty took it as an opportunity to school him, to absolutely pass on some knowledge of how this whole thing has been transpiring for what, going on 9 years now. And they said this, I'm going to put it up. It says, he's had many moments in the sun this last year. The tabloids either don't amplify them or create so much toxicity around it. Remember the whinging they did about ESPN Pat's Tillman Award? Yes, I do. That's one thing, if you mention that, it gets me hyped because I remember Harry's face. I remember the whole weeks leading up to that and what those flying monkeys did, what that family did, and just absolutely just sent those flying monkeys out to attack Harry and went over there and found Pat Tillman's mother, Mary Tillman. Y'all remember that flying monkey Caroline Graham went over there, wrote that horrible, horrible article, and you could see them feeding the words in her mouth in those articles. You could tell that she had been hand fed everything that she said, but she was a willing participant. And it was horrible what they did to Harry because they were jealous. And then in return, they did it to him about that aviation award as well. They have done nothing but try to sabotage on every hand, try to tear him down. I said this in my pop up. That family, that is not a family. That is a firm. It is a horror show. Can you imagine being raised up in that where every time you do good, they try to disparage you? They try to tear you down, that they try to destroy every good deed, every accomplishment, every award that you have. Can you imagine growing up in that? How horrible. No wonder Harry had to go to a therapist. Anybody would have to. When you look at Harry's journey, it is amazing that he is still here with us. I mean, and then when you look at what he has done, that is extraordinary. That is off the charts because to be raised up in that family and only given the scraps from the table of William and Charles, and he has made a 8-course meal out of the scraps that he was given. He has made a life that they envy now. And yes, 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 this gets me hyped. This makes me go off on a tangent, just like I have that couple of weeks that they did Harry like they did, and Harry had to stand on that stage and be so gracious. I'm telling you, and Meghan, so gracious. It only makes me think that Harry really knew what he was doing when he married Meghan. Because if he had married a Southern belle from the dirty, dirty South, it would have turned out totally different because we don't cotton to people attacking our husbands and the people that we love. We show out. We do. Well, we don't need to, but we do. We absolutely will move some furniture about the people we love. But I digress. And it goes on. They then went quiet when he was eventually awarded it because he was so gracious. His speech, he shut them down. And that's the right way to do it. I'm not saying the way I would have done it was right. I'm just telling you the way I would have behaved. But it goes on to say, did a powerful speech on stage and got a standing ovation there too. That bit was not amplified. The same happened for his Legend of Aviation Award last January too. And we all know they did the attacks on him then. Even to, what was his name? The prince. Y'all tell me in the comments. I forgot his name. He just took a picture with Harry, and the male that fell over there, attacked him over and over and over again. And he just took a picture with Harry. I'm telling you, saying that he wasn't even a real prince. Y'all remember that? It was horrible. And us squatties was in the trenches fighting. We were. We were pushing back on that nonsense. And I tell you what, it helps because at the end of the day, the worm is turning. But yes, every time you say Pat Tillman, I get hyped. Every time you say a Legend of Aviation Award, I get hyped because they sent them flying monkeys. Oh, Carolyn Graham. Oh, Caroline Graham. That's her name. Caroline Graham down there to Mary Tillman. I wonder what Mary Tillman thinks now if she saw the Invictus game. She should have been proud that Harry was associated with her son. I'm just saying, don't get me hyped. Don't get me hyped because that hypes me up. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this is a repost as well. And the original post is from a squatty that says this: Prince Harry got emotional at the end of Justin Trudeau's speech when everyone stood up to give him a standing ovation for establishing the Invictus Games. And that face Harry makes when he's emotional, I'm telling you, it makes your heart melt. And this particular squatter reposted that and said this: Harry doesn't do it for the media. He doesn't do it for the haters, nor for the accolades. He does it for the veterans, and the veterans know it. Where is the lie? That's who he does it for. And he works his heart out, and he deserved all those flowers that he was given last night. And I just love it for him. I do. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And Sky News had the nerve to post about it. Like I said, they are circling the drain. They are one sneeze away from going down the drain and landing over here on these here YouTube streets. But I digress. They posted this. It says, Bring on Birmingham. Prince Harry welcomes next Invictus Games in UK. I tell you, the squatties are really, really not feeling this, and I am not feeling it either, y'all, because they have just showed out. That British media and that family over there have just absolutely showed themselves to be the most underhanded, dirty of dirties of dirty of dogs. I'm just saying. We say that's a saying we say here in the South. You dirty, dirty dog. And they have shown themselves to be dirty, dirty dogs. And I'm gonna say I'm a little worried about it. But this particular squatty came up under it and said this: UK doesn't deserve this. Where is the lie? At least we're not talking about the people. We're talking about the establishment, that family over there, that media over there. They don't even deserve it. I'm just saying. And it goes on to say Charles and William are cowards. Where is the lie on that? They're petty. They're very, very small people, petulant babies, immature toddlers, to be Pacific. I'm just saying. And it says they claim to be head of the military, yet refuse to acknowledge their injured military athletes at Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025. Pissed about that. Still pissed about it. We'll be pissed about it until 2027. We will not stop being pissed about this. I'm just saying. And it goes on to say Queen Elizabeth II would have never showed such disrespect. Where is the lie? Now, Queen Betty did a lot, but I really feel that if she was in full control of the monarchy, because we know at the end of her life she was not in full control, I do not think she would have approved. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatty said this: Prince Harry oversees Invictus Games 2025 while having a full time job, having to deal with court cases, and that family allegedly using the media against him. I'm not going to say allegedly because it's in court documents that they did. When Harry went to court with the Mirror, they testified and said that that family was feeding them stories. So it's not allegedly. I'm just saying, when it's in court documents, that is actual fact. But I digress. It goes on to say, y'all, I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up. That Pat Tillman Award always get me in a mood. I'm just telling y'all. But let's go on. I'm gonna go on. It says, but still able to play a vital role in making the Invictus Games 2025 a success. And was it not a huge success? Thank God he has his own family to stand beside him. And I absolutely say amen. I'm so glad. I'm so glad Harry has his family because he's never had one before. Because those people over there are not a family. They are not. They're lizard people. I have said that in the past and I'm sticking to it, especially today. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up because this particular post is so beautiful to me. It's so beautiful to me. So I had to have it in the podcast. It says, a gentle giant has went through the fire and came out on the other side. Smelling like a rose, he ran the race and never wavered. He stayed true to his character. He found a wife and never looked back. He will go down in history with the legacy that helped save lives and give others hope. What is a lie? To me, that is Harry in a nutshell. And that face right there kills me. That face kills me. Ooh, I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And I found this. This is a repost. And I found this so interesting. And UK squatties, you tell me if what's in this post is true, okay? And it says, do you know how UK media never misses to report any gossip about Prince Harry and Meghan? Not today. Not the BBC, not at ITV, not at Sky News have reported on Prince Harry's Invictus Games. How Team GB did, Prince Harry's speech, Canada's Prime Minister praising Harry for changing lives. Now, I saw where they said, I just posted where Sky News wrote an article about Harry saying that the games were coming to the UK, to Birmingham. But I did not read it because I don't be wanting to give them the click. So, UK squatters, you tell me if that's true or not, because I find that very interesting if it is. And this particular squatter reposted that and said this: What an unnecessary loss to the royal family. Win for the rest of the world. They're free. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? They absolutely fumbled the bag. They fumbled the bag really, 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 really bad. And now they're trying to discredit the bag that they fumbled. And in actuality, that's impossible. And they do it time and time and time again. Every time someone comes into that institution that would be such a great asset to it, it fumbles the bag. Look how it fumbled the bag with Diana. And then she gives birth to a child who has the same shine and the tenacity and the same grit that she had and the same appeal. And they fumble that bag. And then he marries someone who has such a great, appeal, who it was able to bring in people that would care about the monarchy that never has cared about the monarchy again. And what did they do? They fumbled the bag again. They deserve what they get over there. I'm just saying. And then that press, the media just absolutely works hand in gloves to keep those people mediocre. But all I can say is this, they have been exposed now. I mean, a whole generation or two is going to have to pass before they ever get to the point where anybody would have any kind of respect for them. I'm just saying, who in the world is going to respect William and Kate? It's going to have to be George's generation. I'll say this, he looks like such a nice, sweet little boy, but we all know he is being raised within the firm. And his father, oh my goodness, I'm just saying, we'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty said this, I'm not crying, you are. With the speech and the standing ovation, I was already in my feels. Then this Meghan's IG post popped up, and now I'm a puddle watching Prince Harry sitting there trying not to cry. It says, I cried, lead the pack. I don't know what that means. Prince Harry, it's your time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And y'all know I ran to see what IG post Megan had made, but it was an IG story. By the time I got over there to Instagram, it had disappeared. But y'all, I found the story about it and I'm going to put it up right here. And I found it in US Weekly. And it says Meghan Markle has posted a touching tribute to her husband, Prince Harry, following the closing ceremony of the 2025 Invictus Games. And here is the article. And the name of the article is Meghan Markle posts touching tribute to Prince Harry following the Invictus Games closing ceremony. And it says Meghan Markle has posted a touching tribute to her husband, Prince Harry, following the closing ceremonies of the 2025 Invictus Games. Taken to Instagram on Sunday, February the 16th, after the Duke of Sussex 40 was given a standing ovation during a speech inside of Vancouver's Roger Arena by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Meghan 43 shared her heartwarming thoughts. So proud of you. That's what Meghan said. Meghan wrote over the top of footage that captured Harry sitting in his seat amidst a sea of applause, according to the Mirror. Around 12,000 was in attendance. We know that that arena seats 40,000 people. And I didn't see no empty spaces where it was seated less than 40,000. I'm just saying, but this is the nonsense that the Mirror try to, you know, they always try to lowball Harry. I'm just saying. But it goes on to say, Harry, who was seated on the ground level of the arena, surrounded by officials and competitors, also spoke during the ceremony, which marked the end of the 9-day sporting competition staged across Vancouver and Whistler and founded by the Duke. Founded by him. Can y'all keep, I love to keep repeating that for these deranged, fevered minded old trolls, old hags, founded by the Duke. And it goes on to say, to those of you whose journey to these games have been difficult and uncertain, who question whether you would even make it here today, thank you for showing us what is possible. Harry told the crowd, in pursuit of saving yourself, you have also saved all of us, those who love you and those who don't even know you. I've spent the past 11 days meeting children and grandparents from all over the world, from different beliefs, backgrounds, and abilities, and I've seen how you've changed them. Yes, I love it. I love Terry's speech. He did such a great job. No notes. He has leveled up. I'm just saying. And it says Harry received a standing ovation. U.S. Weekly witnessed the Duke telling audience members to sit down in an effort to divert the overwhelming response. And you know why he did that? He's not used to it. He is not used to receiving so much gratitude. He's not used to receiving his flowers because he comes from over there who, when you do good, they kick you. When you do good, they put you in a headlock. When you do good, they press their feet harder on your neck. And so Harry has to grow accustomed to people handing him his flowers for his hard work. I'm just saying. And it said this, and I found this very interesting. It says, Meghan proved a dedicated cheerleader for Harry during the Invictus Games, sporting a gold engraved signet ring gifted by her husband. The engraved features the couple's monogram, which ties together their initials beneath a coronet, which is a crown. The ring was an anniversary gift from the Duke last year, crafted by a private jeweler. The statement piece was spotted on Meghan enjoying watching the wheelchair basketball tournament held in Vancouver on February the 9th. And so I went and found an article about that, and I'm going to put it up. It is in US Weekly too, and it says Meghan wore a signet ring with a romantic tribute to Prince Harry at the Invictus Games in Canada. And here's the article. It says Meghan Markle wears signet ring gifted by Prince Harry that nod to the couple's royal roots. And I'm not going to read much of it. It just says Meghan Markle wore a signet ring gifted by Prince Harry at the Invictus Games in Canada. And it says Meghan's ring is thought to have been designed by a royal warrant holder, British Vogue reports. Though this has not been officially confirmed, US Weekly has reached out to brand for comment. Can you believe that? I mean, everything that Meghan wears, they want to know what it is, where it comes from, who did it, how much it costs, everything. It is ridiculous. And that is the reason why Kate don't want anybody to be bothered with her clothes anymore, because nobody cares. And Meghan wears a ring that's a year old, and they are absolutely going to the jeweler to try to get some kind of comment from the jeweler if he made it or not. It is crazy to me. It is. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put up a picture of Meghan wearing the ring. Here she is wearing the ring, looking as beautiful as she can look, and I love it. I do. It says the ring marks another unique piece in Meghan's meaningful jewelry collection. The Duchess was also pictured wearing a diamond cascading earrings worth $3,600 that was gifted by Prince Harry for Valentine's Day during the same trip. Now, we don't know if that's true or not, but they are absolutely scoping out everything. When I say everything Meghan wears, everything, and trying to hang a price tag on it. I just found that very, very interesting. They even went into talking about the sweatshirt that Meghan wore in her Instagram post about Billie Eilish and said it cost $37. It cost $37. These people, I'm telling you, Kate might as well just hang it up. Meghan has these people in a chokehold, let me tell you. I mean, in a complete chokehold. Right, I'm gonna put this up, and this is about another piece of jewelry that Meghan wore at the Invictus Games, and it says Princess Meghan wore a Valencia Key Joy bracelet from Valencia Key Designs in support of another female-owned small business. And y'all see it right here. And these people notice everything. And I found this soundbite from the designer of this bracelet. I am going to put up a picture and I'm going to let y'all hear what the designer said, how thrilled she is that Meghan wore her bracelet. All right, I'm putting the picture up right now.
Thank you. I'm Leah Valencia Key, creator of Valencia Key Jewelry. Valencia means bravery and courage. And Key is that light inside of you to unlock all of your greatness with abundant gratitude to the loving Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, for shining your light wearing the Valencia Key Joy bracelet. It means the world to me as a small business owner. It's just me trying to create love and light in the world. So my prayers are answered. Thank you. E. Holmes created this beautiful Instagram post sharing that the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, is in her joy era, wearing the Valencia Key bracelet. Style curators, Royal Family 33, Sussex Daily, Royal British Fashion, Duke and Duchess of Sussex Daily, Meghan, Maven, many more. Thank you for just showing Valencia Key Joy bracelet and your content. I am from poverty and homelessness. My mission is no matter where you are, shine your light in the world. I love you.
So that was the Valencia Key bracelet. And I'm going to put this up. And it says Meghan Markle's effect. See, jewelry brand Valencia Key sales spike 11,000%. 11,000% just by Meghan wearing her bracelet. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it was an article in Forbes magazine, and it says Meghan Markle affects see jewelry brand Valencia Key sales spike 11,000 times. Oh, I love it. I didn't go see the article, but I don't have to. We all know how this story goes. Meghan wears something, it blows up, and it becomes a staple in all the squatties' wardrobe because I'm running. I'm going to scurry over there and see exactly what's going on with this bracelet. And if it's in my price range, look at my arm soon. It'll be coming to my arm soon. I'm telling you. I'm going to put this up. And y'all remember in my podcast yesterday, I talked about how Ukraine had gifted Harry a bracelet. Well, I found a picture of that bracelet, and here it is. It is beautiful. And this particular squatty posted it and said this. Invictus Games 2025, Prince Harry has been gifted with a bracelet engraved with the phrase, "Whosoever saves one life saves the world." to thank him for his life-changing and life-saving work with the Invictus Games. Look at it. There it is. And it also says he's superhuman, because I think that's one of their rehabilitation centers. It's called Superhuman. And I love it. I do. Look at Harry looking sexy. That's that picture I posted the other day at the end of my podcast. Yes, yes, yes. Harry looks cute on that picture, let me tell you. All right, I'm gonna put this up. And this particular squad said this: all the royals, staff, and all the minions in the press have followed every second of Invictus Games via their burner accounts. Hope you recover from all the envy and jealous you will feel in the next few days and weeks. Harry is the CIO of Better Up. You might need therapy from them. Where is the lie? Get Better Up on the phone, because I bet you that whole KPPR team is absolutely hugging their pillow with their thumb in their mouth and their nose running right now, holding their stomach and crying really hard, because at the end of the day, Harry showed them up. And what did William and Kate do? They went on vacation. I'm just saying. And I wanted to put this up because I saw this, and here's Hello Magazine bringing up the rear, finally saying something about Harry and the Invictus Games, talking about Prince Harry brought to tears an emotional moment in 2025 Invictus Games closing ceremony. All the best moments. You gonna give them all the best moments now? The Invictus Games is over. Hello Magazine. The British media makes me sick. I get ill just saying their names. All right, I'm gonna put this up, and this is a repost. Invictus Game Vancouver Whistler posted this and said, "Vancouver, you have been the perfect host with very stunning skyline, welcoming community, and the energy you help bring to the Invictus Games 2025. You have provided an unforgettable backdrop for our competitors in the world." And let me tell you, that's exactly true. And this guy came in, his name is Mike Glasson, and Canadian squatties, you tell me who he is. I think he may be a politician or something like that, but he came in and said this, and he reposted that and said, "A huge thank you to all the amazing athletes, performers, organizers, sponsors, and of course, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, for bringing such a unforgettable celebration to the city of Vancouver and Whistler." Tell me who he is, but I like him. I do. I mean, it was just chef kiss all the way around. Vancouver loved Harry, and Harry and Meghan loved Vancouver. Y'all remember, I think when it was just before the Invictus Games started, and in my podcast, I reported back to y'all that all of those flying monkeys had scurried up there to Vancouver trying to get a story, trying to find one person who would say something bad about Harry and Meghan. And the people of Vancouver just absolutely packed their bags and sent them right back to the UK with nothing, with a suitcase of dust. And I knew right then and there that Prince Harry and Invictus had chose the right place to have the Invictus Games. Yes, because the people of Vancouver was having none of the nonsense that those flying monkeys was flying in trying to bring. I'm just saying. But yes, I really love this post. That's why I put it in my podcast. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this is a repost as well. And the original post is a post I had in my pop up that said, "The next time you see these leeches prancing around in fake uniforms and unearned medals. Remember, they stayed silent when actual veterans who were wounded in the line of duty gave their all in the games. Founded by the royal, they stripped of his uniform. And so I had that particular post in my pop up, and this particular squatty reposted that and said this. Meanwhile, the war veterans whose title and medals were stripped away received a standing ovation at his last official military event. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I'm going to put a picture of it right here. A standing O. The military has always loved Harry and why he had to give up his military roles within that family. They understood and they have always stood by him. And it goes on to say, at his last official military event and after praised by Justin Trudeau, Prince Harry once again received one from the Invictus Games family yesterday. Good King Harry is his mother's son. And we all know that really is a crinkle for Charles. He really feels some kind of way. He really hates when Harry and even William really embrace their mother's legacy, embrace Diana, and absolutely have nothing for him. I'm just saying, but we all know he can like it or not. But at the end of the day, Harry is Diana's heir. He is everything just like her. And I know she's somewhere with her head thrown back and cackling to see that her baby son is absolutely that her baby son absolutely has those ne'er-do-wells over there who did her so bad and eventually resulted in her losing her life. Her baby son has them in a chokehold. I bet Diana is sitting somewhere and just laughing and enjoying the show. And I love it for her. I do. And I love it for us too. And Harry and Meghan as well. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this up too. And boy, does this squatty go in. And he going in with the truth. And that's the best way to go in on somebody is to go in with the truth. And it says, watching Prince Harry during Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's most appreciative speech and the standing ovation that followed, a corner was turned. Charles and Willie are now and forever known as two deranged, depraved, hateful little men who deserve nothing. They are a stain on humanity. Where it's a lie. Expose them for the petty, very petty, small human beings that they are. It's there for everybody to see. It's there for all of the people of the UK to see. Because at the end of the day, if you're not for them, they have nothing for you. They perform and pretend like they really care about the military. They really care about the veterans. But at the end of the day, it's all a performance. And it has been proven and it has been spotlighted as to be just that. I'm going to put this up. And this is a repost of Peter Hunt. And if you don't know who Peter Hunt, he used to be a politician there in the UK. And he pretty much goes in on the royal family. Now, I have never saw him say that he is a Republican. He might be. UK Squatty, educate me if he is. But I know one thing, he is constantly going in on the royal family. And he posted the picture of Harry when Harry was the only one that didn't have his uniform on, and all these other people cosplaying like they're in the military. He said this. Prince Harry served in the army for 10 years, rising to the rank of captain and undertaking 2 tours of Afghanistan. Where is the lie? And this squatter reposted that and said this: deliberately ignoring Prince Harry's Invictus games. Remember that the next time Charles, William, and Anne and co, I guess, company pretend to care about the military and the vets. And this is absolutely true. They don't care anything about the military. They don't care anything about the veterans. They care about themselves. That's it. They have proven this time and time again. And boy, was it stark this particular 9 days of the Invictus Games. And I saw them on panels talking about Harry and Meghan, if they're going to come or not, and all that nonsense about Birmingham, when the Invictus Games come back to the UK. Charles is going to be acting the same way. William is going to be acting the same way because they are petty people. And it's no telling what they're going to be up to, the shenanigans they're going to try to pull to sabotage the Invictus Games there in Birmingham. I hope Harry really understands what he's dealing with. These people, it is nothing they won't do to try to bring him down. It is crabs in the barrel syndrome. Here in America, that's what we say, because if you put a whole lot of crabs in a barrel, when one just about is able to get out, they try to pull him down. And that is the same thing. I think over in the UK, they call it poppy syndrome. When one poppy grows higher than the other one, they chop it down. That's the same kind of mindset that family over there is running on. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this is a squatty absolutely complimenting us squatties on how we conducted ourselves during the time of the Invictus Games. And this squatty said this: my goodness, y'all did an excellent job pumping out Invictus Game posts, videos, and pictures, some of which went viral. So many people, not even in this space, just in awe of Prince Harry and what he created. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? It says incredibly moving was Team Brazil crying, having won the first ever medal. They won the first ever gold medal in this was their first Invictus Games, and they won the gold medal in the seated volleyball. They did, and boy, were they happy. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if Harry and Meghan wasn't doing a trip over to Brazil soon. Wouldn't that be something? I am putting that on my wish list, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do a trip to Brazil. Maybe even during Carnival. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I want to talk about this. Y'all remember when we found out last week that GB News is pretty much circling the drain? And the way we found that out was that Angela Levin answered someone's post that was concerned about her. And she said the reason that she had not been on GB News is because they owed her money. And they have owed her money for the past 4 months. And I don't care what nobody say. When a company, a legitimate company, stop paying the people who have done a service, rendered a service for them, and they don't pay them, that company is in trouble. That company is circling the drain, because it's no company that I know of want bad press, that wants anybody out there bad mouthing them and saying that they don't pay their bills, that they're not sovereign. And so that is the reason why I said that GB News is just a matter of time, that GB News is going to be coming to a YouTube channel near you, because when they're not paying their bills, they're circling the drain. Even more so, has slipped down the drain and is holding on for dear life. And y'all remember I told you the reason why I thought that probably had happened was because it is an active campaign that is targeting their advertisers. You remember I said that they come down my timeline from time to time and they list all of GB News advertisers, and they encourage you to tag them and, remind them where they're advertising and that they're advertising on a hate channel. Well, I want to post this. They came down my timeline, so I decided to share with everybody here on the read. And the name of the organization is called Stop Funding Hate. And is a list of GB News's advertisers. It says today GB News's advertisers include Sky UK, and then it says Fresh Pet, Stay Sure, and then it goes through all of them. I would love for y'all to take a screenshot of this and go, if you have a Blue Sky account, or if you, I don't know if they're on Blue Sky. I got this off of X, the sewer. But if you have a sewer account, X formerly known as Twitter, if you have that account, please go through these if you have time and absolutely tag each and every one of them and let them know that GB News is a hate channel. I have done this before I got on here. Yes, I did. I took a screenshot of it, and I am committed to doing it every day this week because they're holding on for dear life. We want them to slip all the way down the drain like Talk TV, because Talk TV is here on YouTube, but let's be honest, it has sunk into oblivion. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I wanted to put this up because it is so beautiful. It's just a reminder of all the things that has happened these past 9 days with Invictus. It's just been a beautiful, beautiful ride, a beautiful journey. And I bet Harry will sit back after he gets some rest and really soaking in what he pulled off, what his people pulled off. I love it. And this particular squatty said this hashtag Invictus Games. The winner Invictus Games sports program in Whistler was an unforgettable display of resilience. Where is the lie? The pictures that came out of Invictus, I shared them here on the podcast, was the most beautiful, the most inspirational, the most everything. And it was just a fun, fun time. That's all I'm saying. I bet Harry just sits back and really, really soaks it in. Because I know it's been a whirlwind, because Harry was all over the place. He was literally all over the place. I love it. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And we have talked about all of the sights and sounds of Invictus, how great Invictus was, how absolutely just thrilling it was, and how we didn't expect how extraordinary that it turned out to be. I can't even really think of any more adjectives that Invictus, that would apply to Invictus. Invictus just hit it out of the park. I mean, completely out of the park, where you will never ever find that ball. I'm just saying. But one thing I want to say before the close, y'all already know this is coming up next. With Love Megan is right around the corner, y'all, and let's get hype. Let's get hype for With Love Megan. I cannot wait, squatties. It just keeps on rolling on. We love it. We love it. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.